The given question is, the ratio of the number of men to the number of women in a theatre was 3:7 at first. 84 women left the theatre, and the new ratio become 10:14. How many women were there in the hall at the beginning? First, we draw a model for this question. The ratio of men to women, before 84 women left the theatre represented as a ratio, 3:7. And it is represented as units here. You can see, men is 3, therefore, 3 units. And women is 7 and thus 7 units. This ratio is 3:7. The ratio of men to women, after 84 women left the theatre is represented as a ratio, 10:14. And it is represented as units here. You can see, men is 10, thus it is represented as 10 units and women as 14 units. Now, we need to find, how many women were there in the theatre or hall, at the beginning. Let us write, the men is to women ratio, at the beginning, which means before 84 women left the theatre. The ratio is 3:7. After 84 minutes women left the theatre, the ratio is 10:14. We understood, only the number of women is changed in these ratio before and after, but there is no change in the number of men. We can equalize these two ratios by multiplying the unchanged value, that is, the units of men of the second ratio with the first ratio, and also by multiplying the units of men of the first ratio to the second ratio. So by multiplying 10 to the first ratio we get 3 into 10 is to 7 into 10. Next, we multiply 3 to the second ratio, we get 10 into 3 is to 14 into 3. Thus, the first ratio becomes 30:70. The second ratio becomes 30:42. Here, we can see the number of men is not changed. Only the number of women has changed. Hence, we can find the number of women left. Thus, the number of women left the theatre is the difference in the number of women before and after, which is 70 minus 42, which equals 28 units. In the question, they have given that 84 women left the theatre. We know the number of women left as an algebraic expression, which is 84 Now, we have two values for the number of women left. We can equate these two. That is, 28 units equal to 84 So, 1 unit equals 84 by 28, which is 3 Thus, 1 unit is equal to 3 We found the value of 1 unit. With this value, we can find how many women were there in the hall at the beginning. In the first ratio, we can see that the units of women at the beginning is 70. The number of women present at the beginning is equal to 70 units. We knew 1 unit is equal to 3 By substituting the unit value, we get 70 into 3 That is 210 Thus, there were 210 women in the theatre at the beginning.